Hi guys, and welcome to my new video. So today I have for you a get ready with me / makeup tutorial / story time / chit chat / that's it, in which I'm just gonna talk a lot and explain you a little bit about my makeup and just talk a lot. So I got the inspiration to do this video because my cousins in Mexico have no idea about makeup, like at all. And while of course I am by no means a makeup guru, I do know certain things that I have learned throughout the years and through YouTube. Actually, everything I know about makeup I've learned through YouTube because my mom was not really the mom who did her makeup, so it's not like all I know from my mom when it comes to makeup. So I thought it's gonna be really useful if I do sort of like a makeup tutorial or a video in which I sort of explain what products are used for what and like recommend a good brand, whatever, and just like a makeup tutorial for people who know zero about makeup from someone who is not an expert. So obviously I'm not gonna do this very complicated, but also I'm just gonna teach you a little bit, and I hope that this teaches you something. So before you do your makeup, you already of course have to have washed your face and moisturize your face. And by moisturize your face, basically I mean that you apply a cream that makes your face feel hydrated. That's very important because you don't want to apply makeup on a dry face, on a dry skin, because it's not gonna look good and it's not gonna feel good and it's not good for your skin overall, you know, in general. So after you apply your favorite moisturizer, could be any cream, could be Nivea, could be, I don't know, a cream from a pharmacy, or could be like brand cream, it doesn't matter. Then you go ahead and do your primer. And what I mean I look down because all my makeup is like in this type of boxes underneath me. So, okay, why do you need primer and what exactly is primer? Well, before you apply your foundation, you should prime your face so that the foundation sticks better to your skin, therefore lasts longer. So primer to prime your face. I have here a primer by, I don't know which brand is this. I don't know, Photo Focus. I bought this. I have no idea where it is, but all I know is that it's not focusing. It is a primer, that's all I know. And primers can have color, like in the cream, but it's also no problem because primers have no color on your skin. So you apply it in your whole face. You don't need to apply a lot, just a little bit, so otherwise you're gonna be like creating the effect of a cake, which is something that obviously no one wants. And this is something that I've learned from the beauty gurus on YouTube. When you apply your primer, it's like really tempting to apply it like really hard, you know, like really rubbing your face. But actually, you should just apply it very softly. So if you see, my face didn't become any more red after applying the primer. So after you apply your primer, then you go on and you apply your foundation. For foundation, this is where it gets tricky because foundation, it says it in the name, it's the foundation of your makeup, it's the base of your makeup, and this can go wrong in many ways. The ways in which this can go wrong is that you choose a color that is too light for you or too dark for you, and you really see the difference in your face and your neck. You know, you really right away see this is not the right color for this person. Another mistake could be that you apply too much at once, so then you are like a cake. And what I mean with like a cake is that it's very thick, so you see all of the lines and the pores and just not smooth, so opposite of smooth. And it can also go wrong in which like that you don't blend it good enough. So, you know, it can go wrong in many ways. But also it's very important to remember that foundation goes in your skin, like really in your layer of your skin, in your face. So I would recommend investing in a foundation that is good for your skin. This is something that it takes time to learn. I mean, you know, you have to find a brand that you like. I've tried many brands, and I'm still experimenting, but the brands that I'm really into right now, it's Too Faced. This is, well, it's not sharpening. Well, this is the bottle of Too Faced. And I'm also really into Smashbox and Bobbi Brown. But I can give you a tip with Bobbi Brown. If you're gonna have like a photo shoot, do not wear Bobbi Brown because it has SPF and this reflects your skin. So this is also very important. If you're gonna go to an event or if you're gonna go to a party in which you know that there are gonna be pictures taken, do not wear a foundation that has SPF because it reflects the light. So your face, even though the foundation matches perfectly with your skin, you're just gonna look white on the picture. And this happened to me a lot of times. So another thing about foundations is that of course you're gonna wear foundations every day. And of course I said that it is very important to wear a foundation that is good for your skin, therefore invest some money in a good foundation. This doesn't mean that you have to buy the most expensive foundation out there because you're gonna use it every day. I mean that if you go to work or if you go to school and if you're into makeup, then you're most likely gonna use foundation every day. Therefore, you can also just buy a cheaper foundation which is also good for your skin, but like there are levels of cheapness, you know? So don't go for the foundation that costs like 4 euros or $4 or I don't know in pesos, you know? Just go a little bit above that, but you don't have to spend like 80 euros on that foundation if you don't have the money or if you simply don't want to spend your money on that. So for example, my everyday foundation is this Max Factor. And this is like very price range, very accessible. I also have L'Oreal, which is also very good. And also, yeah, another L'Oreal. And this is very important part. You see how these two foundations are completely different colors? And these both foundations are for me. The same goes with my more expensive foundations. This is from Smashbox and this is from Bobbi Brown. They're both for me, however the colors are very different in tone. This is very light and this is way much darker. This means, no, this means nothing. This is because in the winter and in the summer, if you live in a place in which it's very cold in the winter and very dark, you're probably gonna be much more pale than in the summer. Obviously in the summer you all you have a tan or you go on a holiday so you get darker. So the foundation that you wear during the winter, it's not gonna be the same that you wear during the summer. And this is mostly for places where it's cold during the winter. Having said this, me being from Mexico, I do notice that your skin, you know, varies a little bit because of course if it's a little degrees, you know, a little bit colder, then you don't go that often to the beach, for example. But in such a case, I wouldn't recommend buying two different foundations for summer and winter, you know, it's not really needed. But if you live in a country cold, in a cold country, then yes, go ahead and do it. So, okay, enough with talking. I'm gonna go today with Smashbox. I have to shake it like this because it's a little bit hard. Another way to apply foundation, it's the most commonly, you know, with like a brush. I don't really have a foundation brush here. This could maybe be used as a brush, and you know, you put the foundation and you apply it like this. But my favorite one is to apply it with a beauty blender. And there are many types of beauty blenders. You have this one, which is of silicone, which doesn't absorb any product. As you can see, this one is dirty because when you apply it, it absorbs some of the foundation from your face. This one, you don't really have that issue with, but it's a little bit more tricky, you know? Instead of applying makeup like this, like with the beauty blender, you have to do it in circles, and well, it's a little bit more tricky. So therefore, my favorite is the beauty blender. And if I would have to recommend any brand of beauty blender, I recommend, how is this called? This one. How is it called? I forgot the name of the brand. I will put it in the description. But this orange beauty blender, it's really, it does wonders. And well, many girls apply the makeup like this into the beauty blender. Normally I don't do that. Sorry that I look at the camera, but I don't have a mirror with me. Oh wait, I do have a mirror. This is the mirror, wait. It works better if I just look at the camera. Okay, now that I'm done with my foundation, I am satisfied with this amount of coverage. Now, if you want more coverage, of course, then you will just have to add a little bit more makeup and keep dapping until you have reached the amount of coverage that you like. You have some foundations which already are like full coverage, so just a thin layer will do. This one of a Smashbox, it's not the case. You have to build it up. You really have to also see when you buy the foundation, you have to see if it's like mid coverage, full coverage, you know, or low coverage. And of course, if you have some pimples or some freckles or something that you want to cover, then full coverage will have to be. And if your skin is just very smooth and you just want a little bit, then low coverage. It is very simple to realize. You just check out your skin type and that's it. And well, after you have applied your foundation, you have to powder it, because foundation, it's liquid and liquid things shine on your face and you don't really want to shine. So for this, you will have to use a powder to set the foundation. This powder of GOC. This is a Mexican brand. I bought this in Mexico, obviously. I don't know if they sell it anywhere else rather than Mexico, but yeah, it's like a loose powder. What I do is I apply with the sponge a little bit on my face like this, and then you have to, oh shit, it's all on my pants. Then you have to, of course, blend it good. The reason why we do this is so that our foundation, as I said, it's not shining. This is basically also like a translucent powder, but I prefer to use a translucent powder again after I'm done with my blush and everything, just to make sure that if I did too much blush, then with the translucent powder it goes a little bit more blended. So okay, now we are good. Now, the next step would be to use our concealer. And why do we use concealer? Well, because we don't want to look tired, or because we just want to bring some light to our eyes. That is basically the use of concealer, to bring luminosity to your eyes. And nowadays it's used to also do contouring, you know, and blend it good. I am not really a huge fan of concealer because I think that I don't have the right tone for me. So it makes my eyes look way too white, and you can right away see that it's not my tone and I really don't like it. But so once again, you have to be very careful with the tones. It's basically just about the tone of makeup that you use. Now, the concealer that I am going to use right now is this Yves Saint Laurent. This is like a, I like it a lot. It's not sharpening. Well, it looks like this, and if you open it, it looks like a pen. And I like this because it's very easy. You just press it, and then the product comes. So look, all the beauty gurus do a triangle, which is much bigger than this. And this actually you can just apply however you want it, as long as it's underneath your eyes. And if you want, you can also apply it up here for some luminosity, extra luminosity. And well, we will continue with the eyebrows later on. And once again, we are gonna blend this with our beauty blender. But for this, I have this beauty blender, which is smaller, as you can see, so therefore easier to maneuver for my eye area. So once again, remember to dab, 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 dab really good. Okay, so I am done with my concealer. As you can see, I did this, which shouldn't have happened because I'm no beauty guru, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still also learning in a way. So what I'm going to do is I am gonna fix it very fast by applying a little tiny bit of my foundation that I wore before. And now that I've applied the foundation there, I'm just gonna blend. So, okay. After we are done with applying our concealer, then what I like to do is that no, it's not what I like to do, it's what you should do, is that you should apply once you get some powder underneath your eyes, because we have just applied another layer of liquid. So of course, it shines, but also because underneath our eyes we tend to have like our skin, like it's not really smooth, so we don't want like creases on our eyes and we don't want to shine there. So this is what beauty gurus call as baking underneath your eyes. Now that we have done our face makeup, we're gonna move on to our eyebrows. And for me, eyebrows, this is where it gets tricky, but I'm gonna try to explain it somehow in a good way. So for eyebrows, you can have like many products for eyebrows. One of the most known products for the eyebrows are gel. I have this sort of gel, you see, like a pencil like this, and you just fill them in like this with your eyebrows. This is a very good thing if you're have like a very precise hand. Another product that I can recommend you is just simply having this sort of like combo thingy. Here is like a pencil which is broken now. Oh, it's not broken. So this you apply like this, and then you blend the color with this brush. That's also very good. However, my favorite thing to use, because it's very easy and I don't have to do much work, is to use a simple gel like this from NYX, which you just open it and it already has the color on it. So if you're like new on makeup, I really recommend you first start with this and then evolve into the most complicated products. So now I'm gonna do my eyebrows really fast. Now, if you want to do your eyebrows, it is really important. One thing is really important. If you look at your real eyebrows, like from yourself, you will see that where they start, so in this part, they are not so dark, because that's where our hairs like start growing from. So you barely have like hair, and then the tone goes darker as it goes into the arch. So what I prefer to do, and what you should do actually, is that always leave like a little bit of like a lighter tone in the beginning of your eyebrows, and then you apply the makeup product, whichever you decide, from from here on. As you can see, I also did that. You see, I didn't apply makeup here. So for me, it's very simple. That was it with the eyebrows. Okay, now we move on into some more complicated stuff, and that is eyeshadows. Eyeshadows are one of the most complicated parts of makeup in combination with eyebrows, in my opinion. If you're new with makeup, I would just recommend you to buy an eyeshadow palette, whichever you want. You don't really have to invest that much into like very expensive brands, but a very good brand that I could recommend you if you're like looking for something more fancy and expensive would be Anastasia Beverly Hills. Their palettes are really good. And if you're looking for something more, you know, budget wise, like with a smaller budget, like if you have a smaller budget, then you should just maybe just go to a NYX store and just buy a palette that you like. You know, start with nudes like browns and reds, and then once you're like an expert, then you go to like more risque looks. So for today, I'm gonna be applying this brown mascara. And with mascara, it's important to know a few things. Well, two things. A good brush and blend it good. Blend it good. I will start using this red makeup. I will keep it very simple. I'm not gonna do any like crazy looks. Just gonna put it. Oh, it's hard, guys. Like on my arc. Wait, I need the mirror for this. I'm gonna put it on the arc of my eye. And on the inside, like the eyelid, I'm going to do a brown. Okay. And now, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna blend it. Blend it good. Blend it, blend it. And you will do the same with your next eye, of course. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but now that you have applied your eyeshadows, you have to apply your mascara. And while lash curler is like very useful if you have really lashes that go like really down, then okay, go ahead. But if your eyelashes are in a normal, like not really on the right direction down, then I really don't recommend using it, because then they make your lashes like very curly, and then it's very easy to put makeup in your eyelid. But well, for mascara, it's very important that if you're learning how to apply mascara, the most important thing is that it's the brush of your mascara. So as you can see, this is a very, very small brush for mascara, and that gives me a lot of control on the mascara. And this is from Estee Lauder. Another brush that has really allows you like to have a lot of control is from this MAC mascara, which is even smaller, as you can see. Wait. This is an even smaller brush. So when it comes to mascara, the most important thing is to keep it small, keep it simple, so that you have control over your lashes and over the amount of mascara. And of course, you start your application. So here we go. It is important when you apply mascara that you are looking down, obviously, so that you don't put mascara on your eyelid. And it is also important to have a mascara that doesn't dry up so fast, so that you are allowed to do a second application. And what I mean with second application is that, like, of course you could leave it like this, but if you want more like drama in your eyelashes, then you're gonna have to put the mascara inside again and apply more product. And that, of course, will make your will make your eyelashes appear longer and darker, which, like, it is all about the mascara and how you apply it. Obviously, if you want really dramatic eyelashes, you have to apply like 2 or even 3 times some product. So for me, I am satisfied with this amount of mascara. Look at the difference, guys. I'm gonna grab it, the camera. Like, look. You see? There's like a lot of difference. So obviously, what you do in one eye, you will repeat with the other. Now that your eyes are done, we will move into the blush. And once again, when it comes to blush, I really recommend investing in a good blush because it goes in a big part of your skin. So you don't want something that irritates you, brings you pimples, whatever. I use this Estee Lauder in tone Pure Color Envy, and it has 0 shimmer, which means it doesn't sparkle one bit. But I also like to use this one, once again, from GOC, the Mexican brand. And this one has shimmer, so it sparkles. You see, it sparkles a little bit. So this is depending what you like. For today, I'm going to go for the sparkly one, and you put with your brush. Of course, it is important to remember that when it comes to makeup, there are really no rules. It's just what you feel pretty in. Then you're gonna end your makeup with some lipstick. I'm going to go with this matte. Matte means obviously that it doesn't shine, so here I go. And the last step that you need to take is to apply a setting spray for your makeup, and you apply this as a last step because it will help all your makeup stay together and like this for long time, for the whole night if you want to. That's not true, not the whole night, but long enough. So you apply, you let it dry, and voila, you are done. So that was it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I see you next time. Bye.